So coming into this race this weekend, we knew we had a target on our back. For the ones that didn't really have us targeted to kind of do something here, just weren't a believer yet. We've made some major changes to the car in the last 11 months. Built a badass big block Chevy with Matt and them from MBE. We took it up to Brando, had a lot of things changed on the car. Once we picked it up there, we took it over to Hyperactive, did a dyno session. We felt like, you know, made good power. After that, took it out, tested, and we've been on a tear ever since. Like, the car from the get-go has just been on point and consistent. Leading into Ohio, we knew we had a hot rod, but we knew we didn't have any MPK experience. So the plan from the get-go is that I put a lot of pressure on Craig and Mark to make this thing a hot rod from the get-go, and we showed up to Ohio and got drafted. That was our first goal. Make Invitational our second goal, and then start going rounds. We knew he was going to have to come out with these guys and hit them in the mouth quick, and make a statement that they knew we were here. And damn, things just fell into place. But it's due to a lot of hard work, a lot of, you know, I call it research, like looking at the rules, knowing what we wanted to do, sticking to that setup, and making it happen. I feel like we've nailed that, and we've been going week after week from Ohio to Virginia to here, proving that. So, you know, I love the combination. We're figuring things out left and right with it. It's really new to us, but it's one of them deals where these losses that we have taken, we've learned from them, and actually we've redeemed ourselves over and over. We did it with Lizzie from Ohio to Virginia. You know, we came up a little short in Ohio with her, and then we beat her in Virginia. Axeman put us out yesterday, first round of grade 8, and we showed up to round 2, drew him. And put him out today, so that's a good feeling. It means that we're headed in the right direction with our whole, you know, camp here. So with our whole team, it's hard to hang your head after a couple of weeks like that, but you know, losing sucks. We didn't get 3 beams. We didn't get 3. I didn't get 2 beams lit last year to make the race happen. The car died. You know, it is what it is. We fixed that issue, and you know, we made a race today. I think first round we drew Kyle Canyon. I mean, it's a Chase Driscoll tuned car. He's got 3 of them out here, I believe. They're all similar setups, so it's deadly any time that you pick one of those guys. They're all fast, and you know, he gets data from every one of them, and then he goes into the next one. You know, I know they're not identical, but Chase is smart enough to figure out, you know, what's what with them and make them run down the track. So be honest, I mean, those were big wins. You know, Kyle's kind of coming into this deal. He's come, you know, he's relatively new like I am. He raced a lot of future. But, you know, I came into this deal with something to prove, I feel like. Coming off the street shit into this, you know, I wouldn't say a chip on my shoulder, but like I wanted people to know that we belong here for sure. I can race just about anything. I mean, we had this on the street once upon a time. Hell, I raced a 4-speed big block for a while on the street and moved to that Coyote motor. You know, those are polar opposite combinations, you know. And I raced both and had you know, successful seasons with both of them. We made huge changes to this car, you know, the one we started with on the street. And you know, what I didn't want to lose was consistency that the car had before. I just had to run it with its tongue out. But anyway, going back to today, we put out Kyle Canyon. We pulled Chip's second round and pulled Game Changer, which is his Axeman. I mean, Axeman's deadly in that car. The car runs good. But you know, I was hoping that since they put us out yesterday, that they thought they had it won. You know, thought they had it in the bag. My car ran real good front half yesterday and just didn't have it out back, and that Hemi come around me. So made some changes to the car, adapted to the conditions today, and the car hauled ass, and we put him out. You know, by then we start, you know, people start talking like we're guessing the light. Okay. By the time we get to the end, Larry gets out of the car and asks me if I guess. I mean, he was cool about it. He asked me, told him no. I don't have to guess. Like, I don't need to lose that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the dangers of guessing on a light. I've just been doing flashlight forever. Literally, like, I'm not a track racer. We've never been a track racer. So when I got in, you know, street racing or mom and pa no preps, it's all been Limpy's flashlights, it's been Armageddon, all that shit's ran on a flashlight, not a tree. And when I go into the beams, like, my job is to nail that light, and I've done it over and over. I check every film. But you know, the guy that owns the car is a sore fucking loser. He wants to come down there and, you know, congratulate me on guessing the light and hitting it. But you know, the thing is, he's probably got $1 million+ in his whole program over there, and he can't take a loss from a guy like us. You know, it's just me and my neighbor. I borrowed that trailer from Dave. I'm showing up in my pickup truck and stuff. I'm sure it does fucking sting, but you know, it is what it is. I took my loss on the chin like a man yesterday. I fucking learned from it. We made changes and we beat him today. That's that's a big win. Larry's Axeman's a big name, and that Game Changer car is fast. So for him to try to take it away from me like that, he's a bitch, and you know, he can call it whatever he wants. I watched the tape. I nailed the light. Maybe Larry was sleeping a little bit, and that, you know, Larry said that, but you know, Larry was cool with it. Steven can't handle it. He can keep pumping money into that deal, whatever. Hire a driver, however he's got to do it to feel cool. But you know, we come into this deal, I feel real. He's getting into it because it's what all the cool kids are doing. So he's throwing a bunch of fucking money at it. Whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But you know, let it go. I'm on to the next round. Next round, pull a killer in Giuseppe. He ran really good Friday night. He's ran good all day. You know, they've been plugging away at that deal. So I knew we had a tall task. That Noonan Hemi with that big ass Pro Charger on it, probably gonna be hard to beat. We made minor changes from the Axeman race. Felt like the track could handle it, and you know, the car went right down Broadway. Once I cut the light, I never seen him. footage from the stands. You know, I had a good car on him or so, and he just wasn't running the big block down, you know. So I'm proud of this combination. They're putting a lot of, that's a big money car. He's got the best of the best everything over there. It's one of the cleanest cars out here. So for us to come in and get a win over him, you know, here is a big deal for us. Like round by round, these are big races. And he, you know, after the race, he congratulated me. Kind of told me his perspective of the race, and you know, it was a damn good race. It just went my way this time. Fourth round, we went in and drew Scott Taylor, which you can never count that guy out. He is fast as hell, a veteran of the sport like nobody else. I mean, he's been doing this since day one, and you know, it's huge for me to come in and get a win over guys like that. He knew we've been cutting lights all day. It's no secret. You know, they can say I'm guessing all they want, whatever, but he knew we were cutting lights. I cut one on him, and again, just like the Giuseppe race, I didn't see him. The car got really out of shape on the big end, and just maybe we were trying to get after it a little hard. I'm trying to back split a little bit better because I know those Hemis are coming, and just like the Lizzie's car, it backdoors really well. So I'm trying to figure out the back split on this, and we've just been picking at it, but we just got after it a little too hard, and you know, it got a little out of shape, pulled the chute, straightened out. I didn't have to abandon the run, and we picked up the W there. That's a huge win for us. I mean, you know, beating him in Virginia was a big deal. Beating him back to back, that's hard shit to do, especially with, you know, the combination we run and the conditions we run in and stuff. They're used to running around the United States racing. I'm not. I'm from Oklahoma. I race there. I race Texas. I don't get far from there. So for us to start traveling and the air be so different everywhere, it's really kind of put us out of our comfort zone. But I do feel like we have good enough handle on it to adapt like we did today, and today from yesterday, and start picking up wins, and we did that today. So, you know, I got what I was kind of asking for when we went up for that chip draw. You know, I didn't mind drawing Kayla or Scott. They're both fast. You never know really how fast they're going to go out there. So I wanted to be kind in the finals. After last week, it was just, I just felt like it was meant to be. Like, man, we're already doing it again. We take these things round by round, we're already doing it again, and it would be just sweet to meet him in the finals. I needed to make it there, you know what I mean? That was the goal again. It just, you fucking make them goals round by round, you know, it goes your way or it doesn't. And it went my way, and we found ourselves in the finals again with Kai. It's pretty fucking mind-blowing for y'all, and I'm sure it, you know, it is me too. For me, and I'm sure it is y'all. So it's just, it's surreal. Like, you know, I showed up last year to help Dave in the pits, learn what I could. And it wasn't just to help Dave. I was trying to learn how this shit really works. It's not street racing. It's not just a one hit every now and then, no prep. It's a marathon. You know, as much as drag racing is a sprint, this whole thing's a marathon. So, you know, I'm trying to treat it that way. But the thing is, taking it round by round, and ending up where we set our sights, and that's the finals with Kai. And you know, at least we got to leave the tree this time. I mean, last week was tough, you know, the way it went down. Believe me, it fucking sucked, but guess what? Like I said, we learned from it. We fixed what was the issue, and we got all three bulbs lit this time. And you know, he anticipated the light, and he needed to. Everybody up there is telling him, you know, that Damon's killing it on the light and or guessing at it, but he knew he had to take a shot at it. He nailed it, and he got me this time. The car 60-footed pretty good, but as soon as it got out there, it got out of shape. I watched him how ping pong his off a couple of walls today, and you know, I can't afford to do that. So one of them deals, once it got out of shape, I knew, you know, he would start pulling away, and I saved it, you know, for Kentucky. The goal will be, again, round by round, see if we can fucking find him in the finals again, and maybe get around him eventually. You know, I just, what do you call it? I'm not delusional. Like, I know every car out here is fucking fast. You just gotta have your A game, man, over and over and over, and you know, be on the light, do the things right in the pits. You don't need millions of dollars to come out here and do this. It is tough showing up. I do have to leave here and go back to work Monday, you know what I mean? And it's a fucking 16-hour drive. But you know, I'll knock that out tomorrow, get back to work, throw the car in the shop, service it, get it ready for Kentucky, and we'll do this the hard way for a while, and you know, see how it goes. That's the way I approach this season, and the goals that I set are paying off. We're killing it. You know, Craig's my neighbor, my buddy. He's not a hired tuner. I got Joe helping from Hyperactive over the phone and stuff. I'm gonna hope to get him to a race soon so he can kind of see the conditions that we're dealing with and stuff. I got Mark coming in. Mark has been with me since day one. I mean, when the bars started going in the car, he's been a part of it. So he knows the car really well. He knows me really well. And I haven't changed any of that. This is all from day one shit. Like, Craig has been there since we got the car back from Brando Speed when we originally built it, and he's been by my side the whole time. And it's just us, really. You know, I get random help from my parent, you know, my dad, and maybe a guy here and there, but other than that, it's just me and Craig and Mark at times. So we've just been doing the damn thing and making it really weird on these guys out here. Like, I feel like I've got motherfuckers reconsidering how they do No Prep Kings. Like I said, are we doing it on a budget? Yeah. Is it hard sometimes? Yeah. But you put the work in and you take your losses and learn from them and not fucking cry and make excuses like Steven Brindle with his car and his program over there, and you let the results speak for themselves. It's just gonna be one of them deals where we know these cars are also gonna get faster, but I've got some changes. I'm heavy, like I'm overweight, pretty good. And maybe in July we'll get some weight out of the car, make a few other changes. I know what I need, but I don't want to change anything right now. Like, the car's fucking kicking ass, but I do know that these other guys are getting their shit together. They're getting faster, they've made major changes. Some people have whole new cars. As they get the handle on them, they're going to go fast. I've just got to continue to stay hungry and keep that progression, and you know, like I said, let the work speak for itself. I don't know. I've got some good sponsors. It's kind of started helping us out, vendors, as far as parts and stuff. That's been so helpful. But you know, I probably couldn't do it without them. But you know, we're gonna keep plugging away at this. Like I said, it may be hard sometimes, but we're gonna keep showing up. We're setting number 2 in points right now. That's a fucking huge thing. You know, nobody's done that. And I'm just, it's kind of sinking in, like, nobody's done this before. We found ourselves, you know, Ryan's been big time struggling. He's in uncharted territory. We are too, but we're having fun with it, and it's nice making it weird on these guys, and that's what we wanted to do from the get-go. If you will remember back, this all started by a bunch of knuckleheads on the street trying to make it weird for the money guys at the track to come in and hustle them for money and stuff. I'm not really trying to hustle them for money, but I'm trying to solidify myself into this deal. It's hard enough to get into MPK. It's really fucking hard to compete. I get it, but we put the work in, and we're willing to learn. You know, everything. Study how to do this, and you know, the results are paying off for us. So other than that, you know, it's off to Bowling Green. I hope we run good there. We're gonna do everything we can to go some rounds and try to stay up on points on this deal. So we'll go into it number 2, and hopefully we'll come out of it and we can, you know, catch Kai a little bit, and we can get a win over him somewhere, or, you know, go rounds if he can't. So other than that, I mean, you'll see us in Kentucky.